up here at the cabin. It's very windy today, and calling for freezing rain and very high winds. Could get up to 65 mile an hour, so we're just gonna watch an eye on the weather so we don't get stuck in anything, because I have an hour drive home. Little firewood rack that I brought up. All right, we're letting the fire die down some, but we've made the decision to, we got the wood unloaded, the pine panels, the tongue and groove, but temperature's supposed to drop significantly, and not trying to drive on icy roads. It's different if it's snow, which even then don't want to do, but ice is just completely different. So packing our stuff up. We'll be back up tomorrow and Sunday. We should be able to get a lot done in those 2 days. But you know, be one thing if I was up here staying and working and the weather did that, but all right, we'll see you tomorrow. Let's get this stove a-roaring. All right, let's try this again. Back up here at the cabin, gonna start doing the other wall for the pine tongue and groove. It's freezing, it's 20 degrees. December 20th, we're almost to Christmas.
There, then we're going to set that ladder to go up there.
Alright, I'm measuring for our first 8-foot piece where it's going to land on the joist, because fun tape measure that, because you obviously want to nail your boards into studs. I'm at 90 here.
90?
Yeah.
Okay, so we
So we'll go.
90.
Can I come over my way home? I know we're going to trim up, but.
Oh, yeah.
Good?
That was a lot. Actually.
Do you want it touching the wall? Nail in. While he's nailing it, I'll say, if you see us not nailing in these end pieces, and when we did the ceiling, we were nailing the end pieces in, and when we would go to put the next one in, we were running into issues with how it was fitting. So we've been keeping these end pieces open, but obviously the other piece is going to lock into it and make it tight. Plus, we're putting a ton of nails through this. Like, it's secured. It's not going anywhere. 17 and a half.
Yeah.
Okay. 4 1/4. Okay.
Yeah.
Whew. Stove's hot.
So we got these little notches right there for this, so you can actually hook it in there. Push this in the way.
Slide it right across for a straight line to cut. siding out here.
Yeah, the weather would cooperate.
Yeah. Can I give us primes too?
25 and then 5/8. I know what board I'm cutting out, and I'm never going to be able to. I'll use them again, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Like I said, so all these end pieces land on a stud, but the ones that connect we are not nailing in because we ran into those issues on the ceiling. And then when the next piece comes in, it will lock those. It'll lock them.
Tap it over.
Because I think they'll, like them Vienna sausages.
I love them things.
I can't, I tried them. I can't.
You got to. Have you ever tried the barbecue one?
No, I think it was only the original. I did put.
Now this is where you.
Now this is an example of where we're using some of the scrap pieces. And it works because the joints, you know, obviously you don't want them all lining up together. Looky there.
Well, I just made that one just because
Yeah, that's what
something we had.
That's gonna be a hair too short. Not on my pencil. So anywhere, just like everywhere where these pieces connect, but anywhere where you see the gaps, this will all have trim on it, so you'll never see that. Can you come? Well, I don't gotta come too far. Well, the top's touching, so I don't know if you can come here more, but it's pretty good.
No, that's all you're gonna get.
I'm cracked to nail this in.
With this empty space, we're gonna fill the foam board for the added insulation. What some people do is they put the foam board in between our vertical, but we didn't have it on site at the day, we framed, so we're doing it now.
Just that little added layer of insulation. Some people might not do it.
A
But
lot of people don't.
We have the extra pieces here of the foam board left over, so we're just gonna do it just to be safe. We're only
As long as I cut it right.
well, the mess. But then
Oh.
again, we had a ton last time. And there we go. But it keeps good heat, you know, it keeps in that orange level, which is the best operation level where they want it, so it doesn't build creosote up. And you can see that's all the wood I put in when I first started. I've added a little bit of the scrap wood, but it's burning good. It's warm in here. so we got the whole wall done up until this little part, so we had to get the table saw, and we're gonna have to cut the board at an angle so that it fits up against where the ceiling and the wall boards connect. But then that wall, once we do that, that wall will be done. And I don't know what we're doing next. I don't know if we're doing more insulation or calling it a day or what, but it's only a little afternoon, so still got a good bit of day's work ahead of us.
Okay, cool. The ladder ain't in the way. No, you're good. And now, no, right there.
All right, last piece on that wall. It's also up in the loft, but you get the idea. Looks good.
Hey, you never know.
Got that wall done, so what we're gonna do next to kill a little bit more time is start some of the insulation up here in the loft, because the next wall that we do with the wood will be up here.
I love that station, huh?
I know.
That's like one of the best.
I should be able to. Let me just start by getting
Yeah.
Where's that cut? Oh, dang.
Now remember, you're tucking some of that in behind that box.
Just take a little bit more off here then. And then
You knew what I was trying to say.
well,
I just didn't know how to say it.
Oh, that's just not long enough.
While George and I were finishing up the insulation in the loft, I went back downstairs, and when I looked out the window, I seen something off in the woods behind the trees that I couldn't quite explain.
As long as it goes in, it'll do its job. What is that?
What?
Look,
What?
look over there behind this tree.
What?
Look, the big tree there, look.
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah. What is that?
Let's go look.
Yeah, something ain't right.
deck to cut it more. I don't.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Okay. Love you. Call me later.
Help you with it.
Yeah. We're starting on this side.
Yeah. So you can basically see where that line is on that piece beside us.
Want me to pull my end up or
Well, as long as the two
touching?
are touching even, then nail your first one.
There. Good still? Yeah.
She can buy stuff in there, and you get it for like. Yeah, see if you can't. There you go.
From there.
Looks like you're good up to the electrical box.
This little piece. Gotta be these bottom pieces are too close to the wall.
Yeah, we might have nailed that a little bit high.
I didn't need to put all three.
If you're gonna, let me go. All right, so I've had some questions when we did that wall, how we found the angle. Since I was the builder, I knew we got a 14-12 pitch. So with a speed square, I can get it to the end, which will be this end. And I can swing this around to where I got my 14 pitch, and then right there's my angle. But if you did not know the pitch of the roof to find the angle, there's a couple different ways to do it. One, you can get these little jigs real cheap that you can just put up on, and it'll tell you our angle. And from there, you can use your speed square or set your miter saw at that gauge. Another way, you can buy these simple little jigs at Lowe's, Harbor Freight. So when you come here, you can lay that flat on that top piece and push it in tight. Now there's your angle. So we're at a 42 degree. But one of the easiest ways for anyone to do it, you can take your piece of wood, push it in tight, take another scrap piece of wood, make sure it's straight, push it tight against the roof, draw your line. Now you got your perfect angle cut.
How about that?
Yeah, I'm a little over 8. I'm 8.5 inch.
Tape measures. 8's good. It'll be
What about 8.5 inch? That might be too long.
It'll be alright.
I was handing that up to you right now.
These are a lot easier to do than 12s. 67 3/8.
Hey.
Well, before you cut it, because that ends, there's a joint one on, or no, that's not it. Okay, we're good.
67 3/8.
Yeah, all right, that's good.
I was just measuring the distance between the outlet boxes and how far we needed to go with the tongue and groove panels, and then I was giving the measurements to George, who was downstairs cutting them.
Oh. Let's see,
I'm just trying to get it locked in first, but from the cutting angle, it looks good. Okay.
So I can always cut that back off later.
Yeah.
Where if I went too far the other direction.
After a few hours of work, we decided to take a small little lunch break.
Eventually, so if it leaves rings, we know. Yeah.
I've eaten salt dust cup of food.
Hey, your first rodeo. Yeah, last time we brought food up here, I think was the sandwiches.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we've ever brought up is Bernie's food. You know, I've gotten hoagies once, and then the sandwiches I piled a bunch of times.
Something so we don't starve, since we always get really hungry.
And after a short little lunch break, it was time to get back to work so that we could get the loft finished and be done our work for the weekend.
Well, now he's posting stuff about, like, he wishes he was life as a Can you tap in with the hammer?
I got it in.
Oh, okay.
Better? I don't know why that's so far. I'll try to tap that in. We got 32 3/4.
See if she reads it. And like she won't even open it up. You know, you can still, pull that thing down.
Yeah, till the top, right? I'd do 20 1/2. I know we have trim if need be. It's too short.
And after 3 days up at the cabin, 2 of which we were able to actually work, we got the whole right side of the wall done, and we also finished the loft. And now it was time to head home and spend the holidays with both of our families. Alrighty, that concludes our weekend of working up here at the cabin. Be up again in 2 weeks to start the kitchen walls, do a little bit more of that insulation, but the walls are going to take, probably another month because we can only come up here 4 days a month to get work done. Hope everybody has a good Christmas, Happy New Year, stays healthy and safe, and
Thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one.